This is crazy. We are back with another banger for you today. I'm sorry. This has been, I don't know, I don't even know how many weeks, but I just appreciate y'all every week. I don't know who tunes in. I don't know where you could tune it in from. I don't even know if you rewatch it, but this has been a journey for me and I have been enjoying it, having great conversations, and they've been dropping some sauce. Like every trip, sauce. Sauce has been dropped. Okay. So I'm hoping that this interview drops some sauce. We have one of the biggest, and he probably don't look at himself as that because everybody's real humble, but it's one of the biggest YouTube producers in the world. Okay, one of the biggest producers in the world. Let's just say what it is. YouTube is the platform where everybody goes, and this is one of the biggest guys. He has over 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. He has millions of views on some major videos. This guy is the guy. You probably watch his videos to learn how to produce in FL Studio or any other DAW because he's that guy. So without further ado, man, shout out to Simon Servida that just joined into the Producer Spot podcast. We appreciate you, bro. How are you?
Thank you. That's a hell of an intro, my guy. Thank you. I didn't think about biggest producer in the world. Like I was like, oh shit, technically it is the world. Like I'm not even like I'm so just in my own space right now. But like I'm kind of like feeling it right now.
But you really don't think about it until you actually think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, so for those people who don't know who you are, which is kind of hard to not know who you are, because there's people that don't know who you are. Tell them a little bit about yourself, like where you came from, where you from, and how long you've been doing music, bro.
Okay. My name is Simon Servida. I am a producer. I live in Toronto. Started doing music since the age of 7. My mom just enrolled me into piano lessons. And then by the time I was 14, I think freshman in high school, I started making beats in FL Studio just as like a little side hobby. And then
You said
I don't
14?
know, later.
You said 14?
Yeah, 14. Yeah, as a side hobby, didn't really like much didn't come out of it until maybe university. I failed biology because that's what I was majoring in. And now it's like,
Okay.
Mom, Dad, I want to do music. It's my dream. It's my passion. And I'm like, okay, let's just let them go with it. Then I graduated university. And then I just started the YouTube channel maybe 2018. And
Stop.
then
Are you serious?
yeah,
It's only been 2 years?
almost coming up on 3. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been flying by though, just time in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what I've been doing since.
Wow. So you said you started producing or you started music since 7?
Yeah, it's not like a musical prodigy or anything. Like I was just like one of those Asian kids where, karate on Wednesday, swimming on Friday, piano lessons on Tuesday. It's just they're just giving me stuff to do.
I'm sorry. You can't just throw that out there and expect people not to laugh. What? What did that?
You didn't do
can't.
extracurriculars as a kid?
I did. I did. I
Yeah.
did.
I had like
I
one
played
every
baseball.
day of the week.
I just had one a week. I just had one a
Okay.
week.
Yeah. So I got the taekwondo and then the piano and then, the math because I don't know why we had to get ahead on that. And then
Were you overwhelmed?
yeah. Oh yeah. And then, the math because yeah, it was tough. But if you tell them to quit, then you quit. Then,
Right.
And then yeah, I quit piano probably 1 year down the road just because I didn't like the music they were giving me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because like I was like really impatient about it, but then they were still giving me like rudiments and Mozart and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, it's a little bit boring. And then there's a guy on YouTube, I think it's like David Sides or something. He's like a real
Never
OG,
heard of
and he was just doing piano covers on YouTube. And I was like, oh, you can play regular music with this. And then that's
You
what
can
kind
play
of got me
regular
back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where would you say your influence comes from?
In terms of what?
I would say your influence. Let's just go with your influences in your production or even your journey in the YouTube community. For real, for real.
For production, probably Timberland and Pharrell. I think like
Respect.
especially specifically when I heard their beats. Like I started like listening to beats like, oh, this is a good beat. Like before we're just listening to music and we're singing along with songs, like, but then this time I gotta just like take a step back, like, whoa, that's a really catchy ass beat. And
Right,
then
right.
I always look for that feeling when I produce, and I think I get a lot from them. And then in terms of
Mm,
YouTube, especially since I'm fairly new in the game, there was a lot of people within the niche that I was able to study from. So Sharp back in the day was super dope. My
yeah.
Curtis King, Pat Ryan, Kyle Beats, still people that are really dope. And I was kind of just, picking and choosing which parts I like about them and trying to make it, a bit of them, but then also a bit of my own.
Yeah. So what made you like really know that the YouTube journey was you? You know what I'm saying? Like when at what point did you figure out, oh, this is what I'm doing and this is where I'm really going to put energy into? Because I mean, you might put energy somewhere else, but like what I
Mhm.
see, I mean, I would say what people see is like you're the YouTube producer that is like hilarious, but you provide content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just it felt like my only option. After I
Mm,
graduated school, I didn't do the YouTube channel right away because I was working part-time at my mom's engineering firm, just doing like admin stuff. And while then I was just cold emailing studios in Toronto, asking like, oh yeah, let's collaborate. And then it's the classic stuff. Oh, give me feedback on my music. Oh, let's build sometime. Let's get these bags and all that stupid stuff. But then
mm.
if you're starting with nothing, no one's giving you that chance. And then I was like, okay, then how do I show myself? How do I show the skills that I possess? And then YouTube just seemed like the best option.
Yeah.
And then, I was 23 when I started. So like, I wasn't that young, but I was old enough to be like, okay, if I'm committing something, I gotta go in full send, 100%.
Yeah.
So then I,
Yeah.
I went really, really try hard on the YouTube stuff.
So what's your DAW choice? Like what I mean, we know you use FL.
Oh,
Is that your
it's
DAW
always been
choice?
FL. That was the first thing when I started beat making. I think I googled beat making software, and FL was the first one to come up. Gave me a free
Mm,
trial. I'm like, okay, and then no reason to stop using it. It was good.
that makes sense. Have you tried anything else though?
Yeah. So I did a lot of film scoring stuff. So I used Pro Tools,
Okay.
and then I also used Digital Performer. That one's really good for film scoring. If anyone's interested in that,
Really?
I would still use that if I had to do some scoring stuff, but
Mm,
mostly FL.
okay. So talk about just your creative process. Like what is your process in getting into let's not even talking about the beach yet. Like
Mhm.
what's your process in thinking about your YouTube content? Because I think a lot
Uh
of people, I was just gonna say,
yeah.
I think a lot of people are like, they struggle with trying to figure out, oh, well, how do I create the content, or what content do I create, or what is good? Like, so just talk a little bit about that process.
Uh I definitely can't, get a good ass idea right on the spot. So it's always good to just, have my phone in hand. I have a big ass Google Doc of ideas. It's just super unorganized notepad of ideas. And if I get
Mm,
something funny that just pops in my head, type it in right away. Like the same way that,
mm,
you get a catchy melody, I'll sing that in my phone. That's a voice note. And,
mm,
if I'm ever completely dry, then I'll kind of scroll through that because I definitely don't do all of them. And then comments, people just asking me what do I want to, you should make something like this guy, or here's a fun challenge. That's always super easy to build off of. But yeah, most of the days it's me making a beat and then trying to spin it into a good video instead of the other way
mm.
around.
That's good. I think a lot of people see it, and I know for me, like I see it, and I'm like, oh, is it that they're looking to build, off of the video, or is it the beat first, or is
Hmm.
it the beat second? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's definitely a good. What switching gears a little bit. Let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Um, I talked a little bit offline. I did some research, and
Mhm.
I seen the videos that you guys did with Jubilee.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Oh, they reached out to me. That's it. And
Yeah,
they reached out
that
to
that's it.
me, and I like Jubilee. Like they have like a lot of dope viral videos. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Mm,
And then
yeah.
that's a certain audience that's definitely not within the YouTube community. I think there's not a lot of
Mhm.
intermingling there. So I thought, yeah, it's a good opportunity, not even just for my channel, but just to get people within that space. So I was like, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, that's dope. What's the process been like? Like what's that process been like? You were talking a little bit about just
Oh,
the
yeah, the
organization
filming.
on their end. Like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. So first, well, at first we interviewed for the parts, and then once we realized we get it, then they send us an email, talk about, the scheduled times when we're gonna start recording. So we do, um, what was the challenge? Like make something in an hour, right?
I was like make something
Or
in an hour
two?
and then, or 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah. So we do that 2 hour filming session. No, we don't. We do before we start that session, we get a camera, we do like a side interview, but obviously it's in Zoom, so we're just kind of talking to ourselves and they'll be like, oh hey, how did I think? I'm kind of excited to do this. And then we go into the Zoom call. Then by the end of it, we do the exit interview. Oh yeah, I thought I should have won. They were kind of ass, blah blah blah. And then at the same time, they're filming the Zoom call. We have a camera going on us, so we have multiple angles, and it's a lot of, like, for us, it's not that bad. We're just making a beat and filming ourselves, but on their side, the editing and three people at once, that's just a daunting ass task.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's crazy. What do you feel like? Like, how do you feel like that has helped just your whole brand as a whole, or even you? Yeah, let's start with your brand. How do you feel like that has helped your brand so far?
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's like a couple stragglers that came in, but I don't think it would. I don't think it was like the big spark in my career. I don't.
Hmm.
I don't actually look for those anywhere. I rather go for that slow build.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure. A couple people are like, oh, I saw you from the Jubilee video. You're dope. And then yeah, that's a new fan, and you can't be mad at that.
right, right, right. What do you feel like is your biggest accomplishment yet?
Um, yeah, I guess just the YouTube channel. It's just ongoing thing. So
Yeah.
it's something I work on the most. So actually, there's a producer that used one of my drum kits, and it was on a Drake record this year.
Okay.
And then that was really cool because he told me, damn, I forgot the producer's name. I want to shout him out. Um, but yeah, he DM'd me. He's like, oh, by the way, I used your drum kit for this record. And then I started like listening to it on Spotify. And then I was like A-Bing it with the snare. I was like, oh shit, he used this rim. I made this rim. And that was tripping me out like a month ago.
That's crazy. So, have you gotten any placements off of your beats?
Um, I put out like a lot of free, like royalty free stuff, like loop packs. Anytime I get 100,000 subscribers, I'll give everybody just like 7 or 8 melodies completely
Okay.
free. And yeah, there's a couple of them being used. Like there's one really big Indian rapper who used one of my melodies, I
Okay.
think a few weeks ago. And then I don't know if that counts as a placement or not, but I'm not taking any like credit for that. I'm not getting any publishing, but
Right, right,
it's,
right.
technically it's there.
I mean, it's still credit though. It's
Yeah, still
still
credit. Like I'm not getting tagged on his Instagram or anything, but that
right.
is the melody.
Man. So, okay, now talk about your process in creating a beat. Like, what is your thought process? Because you don't think about a producer, and I hope nobody takes offense to this that watches this or that does this. That is, if this is you, I'm not talking about you, but you don't see producers that can play, that know music,
Uh-huh.
that go straight to FL Studio. So I'm curious at what your process is to actually creating. I know there's producers that do it, but it's 9 times out of 10 you're not getting a musically inclined producer that uses FL as their main source of DAW.
hmm A couple different processes, definitely. So I think one of the main ones for me is I had a melody in my head, and this is just me having a lot of music going on in my head. So then I'm trying to get that into my DAW, and
Mm,
it's me fiddling around the piano, getting the notes right, and we're putting that in. And then another one is, maybe I'll listen to something on Spotify on the way over to the studio, and being like, oh, I want to make something like that. And then it's studying and kind of recapturing that vibe, and just being really really academic about it. And then, the last one is I have no inspiration. The mind's completely empty. Then I'm going to just run through a bunch of presets or a new drum kit or some one shots and just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah. What do you do if you like? Is that your process if you do come into a beat block? Because I know a lot of producers are
Yeah.
like continuing to come to beat blocks.
Yeah.
What's your
I'll just
take
buy
on
a drum
loops?
kit. Buy a
What's
drum
your
kit.
take on
Yeah.
loops?
Yeah, that's a great way. It's so easy to get rid of beat block now, especially if people
Yeah.
send you loops, and like you don't even have to be big. Just like say send loops on your Twitter or something, and people are gonna send you that just because there's nothing wrong with it.
Just right, man. I think another thing that I really want you to share is just your advice to an up and coming YouTube producer. Whether it's they're just starting their channel out and they're figuring out how to figure out the taking your advice and writing down topics and running through different presets and things like that. What would be your advice to them?
Definitely try to come up with original ideas. That's really, really hard, and I have a trouble with that especially. But if you got it, then make sure you title it and thumbnail it correctly. Titles and thumbnails, super, super important. If you and make sure you kind of snowball on whatever is working for you. So if you're starting from fresh, experiment, try a bunch of new things, see what sticks, and then kind of let that ball roll a bit.
Yeah. Do you think the market is oversaturated right now?
Um, I guess I don't know. It's Gabe Gabe from Legion Beats told me if you're not in an oversaturated market, you're in the wrong market.
That's sounds like Gabe.
Yeah. So
No, but that,
and
that
I'm
that
like
does
I'm like yeah. If it's not popular, then what are you going for then?
right. Do, what do you feel like is like next for this, like for the YouTube producer? You know what I'm saying? So I know we went through the journey of, you had the type beat producers, which is still a thing, but
Mhm.
then the type beat producers went to doing like the YouTube videos, tutorials, breakdowns. So what
Yeah.
like I don't even know where we would go next.
It's
Like,
crazy. We're just getting started. So you see people like K Beezy, he's straight up industry guy now. So shout out to him because he's killing it.
yep.
And then you have people who are going towards the entrepreneur side. So I dropped a course. Kyle Beats dropped a plugin. There's so many different avenues that people are going down now. So it's pretty much open for whatever you want to do. I might
Yeah.
just I have no idea. People like the Twitch streamers are, just gaming now. So
Mhm.
it might just be like we become just straight up influencers that, aren't even within a niche anymore. I'm not sure.
Mhm. It'll be interesting to see, honestly, where it goes.
Hmm.
Um, so Canada, how's quarantine been out there?
Oh, we just locked down again. We're like
Are
in,
you serious?
just today. No, it's going to start Monday, but they announced it today. So,
Wow.
nothing has changed. I haven't been going out and doing like all this stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Has it
yeah,
has it affected your business at all? I know you said you haven't been going out and doing so, but has it affected business for you? Like
not like I'm not struggling, but I wanted to, like, the reason I got this space was to invite producers and rappers and stuff. And I haven't done that once yet. And I got this place in February. So
that
it's
makes sense.
been
Right
it's been
before
it's been
quarantine.
sucky that way. And like I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to people like, yeah, man, we should definitely, cook up in the studio. But you're still a stranger. Like I
Right.
just know you on the internet. You might have it.
So okay. You made a comment. What is next? We made a comment off air, so I'm
Mhm.
I'm sharing. What is next for you?
I am going to pursue getting placements. I want to be within the industry. I want to be in that circle.
What made you want to make that move?
I think it's a good time. For the YouTube channel, I think it's not getting like my content's not getting stale, but I feel like it will get there soon. Just me making a beat over and over. And I think it'd be better if there's a goal toward like something to thrive towards. And the good thing about me getting a placement is I'm going to be documenting the whole thing on YouTube. Like I'm going to be showing how I'm DMing all these people and getting a manager and collabing with people. So I want them to see all the seeds I'm planting and all the paths I go down and see which one works the best.
That's good. That's good. I think that's what people need to see, because a lot of people don't see that part, and I think it's part of the discouraging path of being a producer in general is, how do I get placements? How do I, the people want to chase placements, but then also, how do I just get my music out to
Yeah.
people that, like, I want to hear people on my music. I don't want to just have it sitting on my computer. I want to hear people rapping on it or putting it out, even if it's the lower artist. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's good that you are pursuing that process. Because even I think about like the KBZs and people like that, like they've shown a little bit of their process. I
Yeah.
think the one that's shown the most of their process is what's his name, LLB. Um,
No, I haven't heard of
he
them.
he's pretty decent YouTube producer, but like that's he's been showing a lot of his process between emailing and
Yeah.
how to connect and all that. So that's like that's the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah.
stuff that we need to see.
That's like the dream. I want to have like just a regular, just a regular video I posted on this random Wednesday in December, and then that just ends up being, this big ass placement. And
Yeah.
and then people see the look on my face, like I have no idea what's going on, but like we don't know how we got there.
Right. That's crazy. Well, you can know that you heard it first on the producer spot that Simon Servida is going to the industry. He's done with YouTube. No, he's not done with YouTube.
Not done with YouTube. It's just
that.
I don't think I would be able to do it without YouTube. I feel like I can use this as leverage. I don't know how, but it's definitely having a fan base is definitely valuable somewhere.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think the cool thing about where we are now in the industry, or just in music in general, is that producers are becoming more of the upfront faces.
Yeah.
So you see more of the Metro Boomin, you see more of the, you have Cal Beats, people who've created, you have Kenny Beats that have created brands behind themselves, and showing their faces. That wasn't always the case. So I think it's definitely important that you have a brand, especially for what you do. And then people, the industry, I feel like there's people that I know that would connect with you just because of your YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? There's producers that will collab with you just because of your YouTube channel, and then that's an automatic placement. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm not.
little stuff
I'm down to make that trade too. That's not a bad trade on my end. Like if we want like the mutual W, then that's fine.
Right, and that's what it's all about. It's all about collaboration. Like talk to me a little bit about just how important collaboration is for you. I've seen you collaborate with Cal Beats. I've seen you collaborate with, I think I just seen that you, Ed, Cal, and there was somebody else. You guys were all
Chris
on
Ponsalon. Yeah, we're doing
Chris.
we're doing a bid for Ed's channel.
Okay, so talk to me about just how important collaboration is for you and why. Something I talk about on the
right off the bat, I'm just thinking about this like not even as a business move. It's just more fun. It's just straight up more fun than making beats by yourself all the time. It's just fun to have that human interaction. Well, technically, yeah, but it's fun. And then obviously you're introducing each other to audiences, so I don't see any downside toward it at all.
So we do have a question. Somebody asked a question. It said, what was your influence behind the Capital Drum Kit series?
Well, I definitely wanted to make a ongoing drum kit series similar to Drums That Knock. So that's probably my inspiration, not sonically, just in terms of branding out how that, how Drums That Knock is just kind of within every producer's bank now. It's that essential to your arsenal. And that's kind of the status that I wanted for the Capital Drum Kit series. And but then sonically, I kind of want to change it up each time. So I think for the next one, I'm going to get doing something else. I'm not sure yet, but
okay.
Yeah, Drums That Knock was a really big influence for it.
Yeah. How do you balance? Because you rap and you actually a little decent with your rapping.
Thank you.
how do you balance that? Is it, or are you just rapping just to push the producing?
It's for fun right now, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm definitely not
That Humpty
balancing it.
Dumpty, that Humpty Dumpty video, I was
Oh,
like, when I heard that, I said, "Oh, this is crazy."
little egg bars in there.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's definitely for fun right now. It's not something I'm dedicating time into, but it feels like a skill that is really good to have, kind of. It feels like songwriting is a skill similar to learning how to play piano. If I'm in a studio session with somebody, that's definitely something valuable. So anytime
Man,
I make a beat, I try to just write maybe 4 bars now every single time, just to
if
hone
y'all
up,
did
keep
not hear
practicing.
that, if y'all did not hear that, he just dropped some sauce on y'all. And I'm pretty sure y'all missed it. He said if you're in a session, if he's in a session with a student with an artist, he should be able to write a song with them. Sauce. If you don't know how to songwrite, start practicing. Especially if you're a producer. Like, I mean, that's an easy plug, right? I would
Yeah,
say so.
yeah.
Easy plug. So
I'm sure you get
we got
more like you might get more on the back end if you do songwriting too.
you will. It's you get 50, you get your producer cut, and then you write the song. Don't write the song, you get out of the writing of the song too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, people. More
Yeah.
money. Everybody likes money. What's an artist that you would want to work with though, since jumping into the industry?
Ooh, I want Anderson Paak
Top, I
right
mean,
now.
ooh, Anderson
I
Paak. That
I
would
don't know how I
that
would
would be
get there
one.
though. That's like a dream one though. I don't know how. It's just you're just saying names, but I have no idea how to get there. I don't think there's anyone realistically that I can get right now, just because I haven't planted seeds like that. But
Hmm.
I'll see.
Yeah, yeah. But you would say, and why Anderson Paak?
'Cause he's dope as hell. What do you mean? I don't know. He's
No,
just
I
he's a
absolutely.
cool ass guy. I just like his voice. I'm not sure. Like his vibe is just something else.
Yeah, no, I mean his music is on top. Like
Hmm.
I've definitely been a Pac fan. What like so then on the flip side, if you could collab with a producer, who would you want to collab with? And I'll even say dead or alive.
Mm. Give me Monte Booker.
Who's
Yeah.
Monte Booker? Who's Monte Booker? For those who don't know.
I don't okay, I don't research him a lot, so you're kind of calling me out. I just anytime I listen to his music, I'm like, how the hell does he do that?
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen an interview from him. I just know I really like his sound.
What has he done?
He's dropped like some originals. Like anything. I think I ran through his Spotify page like one day on a repeat, and he doesn't even have that many songs on his Spotify page, but he's done.
Really?
Yeah, it's his production is so crazy. I remember he was on a episode of The Cave with Kenny Beats.
Mm,
But if I'm trying to learn as much as possible, I think I'm going to Monte Booker or Kenny Beats. That's a good one too.
Kenny Beats is a good one. Kenny Beats is a
That'd
good
be fun.
one.
If I'm thinking, yeah, if I'm trying to have a good time, definitely Kenny Beats.
No, I feel like that would be a collab that I would love to see. Like you and Kenny Beats, that would be hilarious. That would be one for the books. You heard it on producer spot first. That's all I got to say about that. That needs to happen. So let's talking about collaborations. Talk about your time with Curtis King.
Oh, yeah, short and sweet. We met for a day. I went to LA, so I was just booking. Like I wasn't booking. I was just getting like a couple collabs ready. So I had with Lucian, had one with Lifestyle did it, had one with Curtis King. Oh gosh, the Otis is his good friend. Yeah, and I was just running videos like day after day,
Mm,
and we kind of just went to his house and we just did a song, and then we just talked for a little bit. It was as good as I expected it to be. Like I can
yeah.
tell he's one of those people where, like when I'm watching it on YouTube, he's exactly what you're gonna get behind the scenes. So he's like super dope, super funny, really good guy.
Mm. Who would you say? So, and who would you say is your favorite? And maybe it's you. Who's your favorite YouTube producer right now?
I think, ooh, it's tough. It's tough. There's people like Chris Punsalon and Kyle Beats where it's kind of more like vlog style. Like it's like
Hmm.
beats aren't even that in the forefront. It's just kind of like their life, and something about watching those are like really therapeutic.
No,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, like because sometimes I'm not trying to listen to somebody explain, something to me about getting your drum state harder. Just having Kyle Beats make a cup of coffee and then just start clicking around is just like really nice while I'm scrolling through my phone. So I really
No,
like that. I
absolutely.
really like them.
Do you think you would ever get into like the vlogging stuff?
That's kind of the route I want to take when I'm trying to do the placement route. So, not
That
only am
makes
I
sense.
making beats and samples, I'm just showing them the day to day of me emailing people and DMing people and all that other stuff. So
Hmm.
I think it's going to sway a bit more toward it. Not fully yet though.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Are you? So I kind of looked at your website a little bit. Are you diving into anything like any beat setting platforms? Like, are you connecting with? Are you making any connections in this journey in the transition to like BeatStars or Airbit or anything like that?
Uh, I'm not sure. That's a good idea actually. I never thought about that. I might have
No,
to.
I give the
I might
ideas
have
out.
to.
You know?
Okay. I don't know. It just felt like I know it's not, but just in my head, it just felt like, beat selling on the internet versus industry stuff. There's this separate things, but no, like people get
Yeah,
big off of beat leases now. So yeah, that might be a play.
yeah. I interviewed Mike Trampy. He's the community
Hmm.
director for BeatStars, and
Yeah.
it's been cool to see different dynamics. I want to get the person from Airbit too, but I think it'll be cool to see you tap into that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
to tap into that realm because you're already doing the videos, you're already doing this. So that's definitely a cool thing. Um, but yeah, I was just curious. I was curious because I seen that you had your site up, but it was like, oh, well, see if he's gonna tap into the B stars.
Yeah, I used to. I used to when I started the YouTube channel, and then I quit selling beats just because the majority of my fans were producers. So, me redirecting them to a beat selling site wasn't really the smartest
It was
play.
pointless. It was
Yeah.
pointless.
Yeah. And then
um,
yeah, I was getting into more like rapping stuff myself. So I was like, wait, I want this.
mhm.
This is a good ass beat. Let me keep this in my hard drive. I don't want to put this out.
I've been in that space myself because I produce and I make music as well, and I've been
Hmm.
in a very creative space on an artist side, and then
Yeah.
I'm making beats, and I'm like, all right, I don't want to post a beat today because I actually want to rap over this. So
I'm really stingy about this. Like sometimes like samples for some reason. I'm like, I'm not giving anybody this sample. It's super dope, but I'm not doing
I'm
anything
using
with
this
it
for
either.
myself.
Yeah.
um, talk a little bit about just what advice you would give to an up and coming producer, not even just an up and comer.
How down the road are we?
Oh, we're just getting started.
Like a month? A month in?
We'll say I just got a FL Studio laptop. I just got a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And I said a laptop, and I just got I got a cracked version of FL Studio,
Hell yeah, of course.
um, with with a little Akai 25 key keyboard
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. Just if you're that, just learn, man. This is like that's the fun part. You don't have to worry about the entrepreneur stuff and making money because yeah, just learn as much as you can. Like try to get your 10,000 hours in. But if you're
Mhm.
still that early, then you just need to get good at making music because that is still the bare minimum. Like before we talk about getting placements, I'm not gonna be pursuing that if my music wasn't good enough yet. And I think it is,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna start doing that. But
that's good.
yeah, I didn't start the YouTube channel and think until I thought, okay, I think I'm capable of, making something good enough to teach people. But if you don't
Mhm.
got it yet, you got to just keep working. And that
Yeah.
took me a while because technically that was the time I started my YouTube channel. That was 9 years into me making beats.
So you didn't just up and say, "I'm just gonna start a YouTube channel because make beats." You actually
Uh,
were like,
I don't know, but yeah, I definitely thought it didn't feel right if I was gonna do that maybe 5 years in because I don't
"Yeah, yeah,
think,
okay,
yeah, it wouldn't feel right.
yeah." So you mentioned just now about teaching. talk a little bit
Mhm.
about your course, man. Like, tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that. Where did it come from? And then just, I mean, talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that the way that I kind of came up in the YouTube producer community was having a bigger focus on music theory than a lot of other people, and that's just because I have a university background in it. That's what I took my bachelor's for, and since people responded really well to that, I thought it'd be good to have a course that really went over the music theory stuff.
Mhm.
And that's just kind of there's nothing extra to it. It's just helping you get better at music. It's not telling you how to get placements. It's just strictly for getting better at the stuff you like to do. It's just another tool for your
Yeah.
toolbox. It's a textbook that you're holding online, and then it's just me explaining it. So hopefully that makes it a bit easier for some people. But yeah, that was the plan for the course, and I think I got it. And then
Yeah.
I think next year we're going to be doing a version 2.0. So I'm going to be taking feedback from everybody, and we'll improve on some stuff. If somebody goes, oh, you could have explained this better, we'll run it back and then kind of update it as we go along.
That's good. What is the process been like for you? Like, has that been helpful for you creatively? Do you think has that helped at all?
Creatively, not really. Kind of put it was just so many it's like it's more than 60 videos, I think, but
Wow.
it's a lot of music theory textbook knowledge. So
So it's not
I
really.
didn't get to make a beat in a while. There was like a month long drought where I just couldn't, not even if I wanted to, just because I was on such a tight schedule, I couldn't make anything.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
yeah.
That's wild, man. So I just think about that. Like you said, 60 videos. I can barely think about making one.
Yeah, like once you get the
uh,
ball rolling, it gets there. But man, like I remember I finished the table of contents, and then I just sat there like there's no way I'm doing this. There's way too many videos. But then once you do one, then you start to do the other one. Like, okay, we might as well go for 5 today. Just keep
right,
going,
right,
going,
right.
going. Yeah.
That's crazy. So last one of my last couple questions, man, and then just want to stay honored on our time. Um, but I mean, I can always go over if I wanted to because it's my show and I can do what I want. But
Oh yeah.
neither here nor there. What advice? Just, I mean, and the big thing for me, and you kind of get the drift, man. I'm big on just sharing. You know,
Hmm.
I think it's important, and I think that's what a lot of people miss is they miss the aspect and the opportunity to just give to the next people, to the next generation, to the next whatever, because that's how this industry grows. That's how people grow. That's how music grows. That's how business grows. That's how things do. You share it on to the next, right? And
Hmm.
I think for me, I just really want you to share just any words of knowledge, any words of wisdom that you would give to anybody that has an idea or whatever, because I think it's so cool to see you grow from, like you said, you 2018. I remember seeing one of the first viral video. I don't remember which one, but I remember seeing one of the viral videos and it make it like that you did, and it's like, man, like this is so cool to actually see somebody doing this and actually know music. And I'm not saying
Hmm.
that other people don't, but they're actually showing it. So just talk a little bit about share just words of wisdom, advice to somebody, and it doesn't even have to be music related, just what you would say to somebody that wants to do something and how.
Pretty much what I live by nowadays is you can learn something from everybody, and that's it. So just try to keep an open mind. If something intrigues you, ask a question. But I'm trying to, any interaction I have, I am sponging as much information as I can out of that person, and I'm
Yeah.
collecting everything, and that's kind of helped me grow and develop to the person and the musician that I want to be today. Just
Hmm.
keep an open mind. No one's better than you, no one's worse than you, but you can definitely learn something from them. So just kind of look at the world like that.
Yeah, man. So how can people connect with you, bro? Like, where can they find you? Where can they check you out? What is your information so people can connect?
Ooh, okay. Hit me up on Instagram, Simon Servida Music. You can hit me up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Servida Music. I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch again at Servida
Okay.
Music. You can use the contact information on my website, simonservida.com. That's about it. I think I covered all of it.
Right. It's always hard. Like, okay, well, did I catch everything? And then the last thing, somebody just asked, if somebody wanted, so I guess this is on the same thing, or maybe it's a different way. It said if somebody wanted to collab with you, what's the best way to contact you?
Email
I think this is
or
a producer.
Instagram. Yeah, email, Instagram, maybe on Twitch. I'll probably be doing a lot of collabs on Twitch, but I don't know. I don't know where things are headed for me right now, so I'm just kind of I'll just feel it out and see what happens.
Yeah. No, man, that's super dope. Well, anytime, man. I appreciate you for coming on and for tapping in with the producer spot. We definitely appreciate you. And then the other thing, man, is just anything you need. If you see, whenever we're not that big, but as we grow, if there's anything that you need, I have anybody you connected with, anybody you need to make that connection.
Yeah.
Let me know. We got you, bro. For real.
Yeah. Can you get me a placement with Anderson .Paak? Just like Monday.
I don't know about all that. I don't know.
Monday,
I don't know.
Tuesday, like Wednesday or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
Maybe let's think about like 2 weeks.
Okay.
No, not even that. I don't know.
5 business days. How about
that? 5 to 7. I'll get back to you with the answer, and then we'll see about it.
Okay.
Crazy, man. But no, thank you. No, seriously, bro. Definitely appreciate you. It was a dope. What is dupe? I've never heard dupe before. I'm gonna make that a word. Dupe. It was a dope interview. Definitely appreciate you for tapping in. We appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you go and tap into Simon Servida on YouTube. Check his music out. Check his videos out. There is going to be an Anderson .Paak placement. I'm calling it. So make sure you know it's going to be Simon Servida, Anderson .Paak. When you see it, make sure to come back to this video and drop like 100 comments and say we seen it first. But no, we appreciate y'all. Y'all know what the motto is. Y'all know how we rocking. Remember to collaborate, because collaboration thrives creativity. And if y'all ain't hip, get tapped in. Under God by Byfield on IG. He's been supplying me with some dope merch. He's a super dope entrepreneur. Started a clothing line a few years back, and he's been rocking heavy. So make sure you go tap in with Under God by Byfield. Definitely some dope merch. I got some other stuff that you'll see in some other videos, but appreciate y'all. Remember collaboration, because collaboration thrives creativity. And remember to always create, because you're created by creating.